Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for clicking. This is Joanna. I'm sorry for being away for too long. So today's tutorial we are going to be learning how to make a teenage boy's shirt. Let's get straight to the tutorial. So these are the measurements for the shirt. Now I'm using about 1.5 yards of African print fabric. I also have my measuring tape, a pair of scissors, and then a piece of chalk. Let's get to the cutting part. So I went ahead to fold the fabrics like so. So I have both the back and then the front pieces on fold. I also have the sleeves and then the yoke for the back. Now to fold them, this is what I did. I divided the chest circumference by 4. Then I added extra inches, about 2.5 inches to it for seam allowance and then to be able to cut out the armhole. Now, when it comes to the length, the front piece is 2 inches shorter than that of the back piece. So this is the back piece that we are going to work on. This is the back piece. The weights are the same. Both the front and the back pieces weights are the same, but the length differs. Okay, now the length of the shirt is 23, so I'm going to add 4 inches for the back piece. 2 inches will be for the shoulder drop, and then additional 2 inches will be for the hemming of the shirt. So that makes it the 4 inches. So the 23 plus the 4 inches makes it 27 inches. So that's what I'm measuring right now. Okay, so that's it for the back piece. Now for the front, as I said earlier, it is 2 inches shorter than the back piece. So that is 23 plus the 2 inches for the folding at the down part or the hem of the shirt makes it 25. As you can see, if I place it on the back piece, as you can see the shortness, that is the 2 inches shortage on the front piece. Now this is going to be for the yoke of, for the yoke for the back piece. The weights are the same as that of the front and the back pieces, but the length I made it 7 inches. This is optional depending on the shape you want to give it. So these are the sleeves. To get your sleeve on fold, divide your round sleeve circumference by 2 and add at least 1.5 allowances to it. So that's basically it. Okay, so let's get to the cutting of the necklines and let's get straight to the stitching. So this is going to be used for the placket at the front part of the shirt. Alright, so for the neck weight, I'm going to go in 2.5 inches like this. 2.5 inches. That is it on the front piece, and then the weight for the front I will mark 2.5 as well. This is going to be a round neck. This is a round neck shirt. So 2.5. Alright, so I will maintain the weight of 2.5 for the back piece, but the length I'm making it 1.5 as you can see me marking like this. Then I'm going to give it a curve. Now I did the marking for the back piece on the front part. Then I'm going to give the front part also a curve like this. Alright, so I'm going to come down 2 centimeters and then connect it to the neckline. That makes it the shoulder slope. I hope you understand what I'm saying now. Okay, so connect it to the neckline. That is going to be for the shoulder slope. So what I'm marking on the front piece is also applicable to the back piece as well. So as you can see, they are on each other. The front piece is folded on top of the back piece. So I'm first of all going to cut out the neckline for the back piece like so. I put the fabrics together and cut that out. I will put them together and cut the shoulder slope as well. Alright, after this I'm going to separate the two and then cut out the neckline for the back piece. So that is it, guys. That is it for the neckline. Okay guys, so after this I'm going to give the front piece facing. I'm going to give it a facing. Yeah, So I just brought out a piece of fabric, unfold like this. Then I'm going to place it under the neckline like this with the folded side matching the folded side of the front piece. I'm going to cut out the neckline as you can see me doing. This is the facing for the back piece before we work on the placket on it. Then I'll trim off the slope as well. Alright, so this too is optional. You can maintain the straight or you can give it a curve. So I'm just going to maintain this. Okay, so now for the facing, with the right side of the facing the right side of the front piece of the shirts, I'm going to join the necklines with half of an inch stitching allowance like this. I'm illustrating it with a chalk. I'm going to join this with half of an inch all round like this. So I went ahead to secure it with a pin to pin it down before I take it to the sewing machine to join it. Hey guys, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button, like this video, share this video to your friends and family, and hit on the notification bell so anytime I upload a new video, you'll be the first to be notified. Okay, so this is it after joining it. Now for the facing, I'm just going to fold it up like this, about 1 centimeter fold. Give it a press, then I'm going to stitch it down to be able to hem it to the front part of the shirt. I'm just folding it up about 1 centimeter and then I'll take the sewing machine to stitch it down. So that is it. That is how it came out. Then I'm going to go ahead and then notch the neckline as you can see me doing. Okay, so I'm going to turn this to the wrong side of the fabric and then give it a press. I'm going to turn it to the wrong side of the fabric and then give it a press as you can see me doing like so. Okay guys, so this is how it turned out. So at this point I'm going to be marking out the slits for the placket in front of the shirt. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a price, then I'm going to mark down how long I want the slit for the placket at the front part of the shirt. Now I'm going to go down from the neckline 6 inches for the slit. 6 inches for the slit. Like I said, it can go as long as you want the slit. So I'm going down 6 inches. I marked it and I'm going to use my scissors to cut it out like so. Okay guys, so this is how it turned out after cutting out the slit. This is how it came out. So the plain fabric that we are going to be using for the placket is also here now. So this is it. We have a smaller one that is going to be for the right side of the shirt, and the bigger one is going to be for the left side of the shirt. Okay, so this is actually unfold. The smaller one is 1 inch for the width, and then the bigger one is 1 3/4 inch for the width. So I went ahead to fold in, like I said, this is 1 inch, and then the length is about 8 inches, yeah. And this is, I mean, the bigger one's length is also about 10 inches. So I also go ahead and fold that in about 1 centimeter and give it a price. I just did same for the smaller piece as well. Now remember I said that is on fold. Now for the bigger piece, because of the buttonholes that you may attach, I'm going to apply a hairstay on one side of the fabric as you can see me doing. So I just place the shiny parts of the stay on top of the fabric and then give it a press. I hope I'm not boring you too much. Alright, so I trimmed off the excess of the stiffener and then I went ahead to apply more of the stay at where it didn't reach. So that's basically it. Okay, so like I said, that was on fold, so I just opened up to show you how it came out. This is it. Now you're going to join the smaller piece first to it. So I'm going to open that up as well. So like this, with the right side facing the wrong side of the shirt, I place it under it like this. I'm going to go ahead and join this with 1 centimeter like so, leaving about half of an inch upward as you can see me doing. Then I'll stitch it straight and end at where the slit ends. This is how it turned out and this is what I meant. Alright, so after joining it, I'm going to notch one side like this where it ends. I'm going to notch it like this and then turn it over. Before then, I'm going to join the upper parts the plain fabric. Then I'll trim off the excess. Make sure you are joining it in such a way that it is in line with the neckline, like so. After that, I'm going to push in the seam allowance, the other seam allowance of the plain fabric like this inside, place it on it, and I'm going to give it a press like so. Now after the press, I'm going to take it to the same machine and stitch it down, join it straight down. That's where the slit ends. Alright guys, so this is how it came out. Make sure when you are joining the upper part, it is in line with the neckline so that it will tally, else you'll be having a funny look on the neckline. I just went ahead to trim off part of the excess of the plain fabric for the smaller parts of the placket. Alright, so let's work on the bigger parts. So as you can see, I'm leaving where it has the half stay on the other end, then I'm using where it doesn't have the stay like this. So I'm going to like this. I'm also going to leave about half of an inch upward like this. Then I'm going to join this side also with 1 centimeter and end at where the slit is. I hope you understand what I mean. So with the right side of the plain fabric facing the wrong side of the front fabric, I'm going to join it straight like this. Okay, so this is how it came out. I'm going to notch it just as we did for the smaller parts. I'll notch the slit end like this. Carefully do this to where the stitch seam line is, like so. Then I'm going to fold this up. Like I said before, make sure that when you're joining the upper part, it's in line with the neckline, like this, as you can see me indicating with the chalk, like this. And make sure you don't stitch and close up the seam, oh sorry, the allowance side of it. Then take it to the same machine and join it. After that, I went ahead to trim out the excess of the fabric. Then I'm going to turn this to the right side. I just notched the sharp edgy parts of the plain fabric, the plackets, and then carefully used my scissors to push out the edge. So this is it. Now I'm going to fold in the other side of the seam allowance that we left on the placket. I'm going to push it in and then give it a press just as we did for the for the smaller part of the placket. Before we join that, I'm going to join the down part of this of the plackets, and this is optional. You can give it any shape. You can give it a triangular shape, you can give it a round shape, you can give it straight. So I'm going to join it straight. Okay, so as I said earlier, when you're joining, make sure you don't join the seam allowance as well. So that is how it's turned up. I'm going to use my scissors to carefully push out um, the edgy part of it. So this is it. After that, I'm going to push in the allowance and then give it a price before I take it to the same machine to join it. Alright. Okay, so this is it after pushing it in. I'm just going to give it a price like this to make sure everything is in line before I take it to the same machine to stitch it down. Hey guys, if you are new to the channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell so when I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Okay guys, so that is it. I'm going to illustrate how I'm going to be joining it. I'm going to stitch it down like this. I'm going to stitch it down like this. I'll stitch downward like this, cross over to the other side, go up, and when I reach where the slit is, I'm going to cross over to the other side like this. After that, you can go down and then cross over back, then give it a Z shape or any other shape that you want, or you can just cross over and then leave it like that. This is just a design. So we are done with this. I'm going to first of all pin it down before I take it to the same machine to stitch it down. Okay guys, so after pinning, I'm going to take it to the same machine and then stitch it down. So this is how it turned out, nice and beautiful. Alright, so I'm going to put the front part aside and then work on the back piece. So we have our back piece also here. I'm going to bring out the yoke and then I'll place the yoke under the back piece like this, and then I'm going to use the back piece to cut the neckline and then the shoulder slope for sorry, I'm going to use the neckline for the back piece to cut the neckline for the yoke and as well cut the shoulder slope for the yoke as well. I hope I'm not confusing you though. If you are confused, just watch what I'm doing and you get me. Okay, so basically I cut out the yoke neckline and then the shoulder slope using the back piece. So this is it. Now for the down part of the yoke, you can give it any shape that you want, and this is going to be straight for me. So I went ahead to apply 1 inch, about 1 inch medium stay at the down part, and then I went ahead to fold it up like so. Okay, so I'm illustrating how it's going to look like on the back part of the shirt. So this is it. This is the back piece. Now to join it with the right side of the yoke facing the wrong side of the back piece, I'm going to join the neckline with 1/2 inch. So I went ahead to pin it down, pin the neckline down before taking it to the same machine to join the neckline. Okay, so this is how it turned out. So I went ahead to notch the necklines. So when you're doing this, be careful you don't cut through the seam lines. Okay, so I'll go ahead and then turn this to the right side of the shirt. Then I'll first of all give it a press. Now for the hem of the yoke, I'm going to mark half inch as you can see me doing. I'll go up half inch like this. I'll go up from the yoke half inch like this as you can see me marking. Then that is where I'm going to join the yoke to the shirt, the back part of the shirt. I'll go ahead and then pin it down before taking it to sewing machine to join it. So guys, this is how it turned out after joining. So I'm going to join the shoulders together, both the front and the back piece. So with the right side of the back piece and the right side of the front piece facing each other, I'm going to place them on each other like this. Then I'm going to join the shoulders with half of an inch seam allowance as you can see me marking with a chalk. So I'm going to join them, take it to the sewing machine and join them. So guys, this is how it came out. So I just pulled down the front piece to join the hem of the back piece. So as you can see, this is what I meant by the shoulder drop. The 2 inches that we added, if you remember, when we were cutting it. So that is it. This is the shoulder drop. As you can see, the front has been joined together with the hem of the back piece of the shirt. So this is it. Now, to cut the armhole for the shirt, we consider the shoulder to shoulder measurement, which is the cross back, and that is 14 inches. I will add 1 inch for the seam allowance, making it 15. Then I will count the remainder here. So the remainder that I had, I'm going to divide it by 2. So I had 7. That divided by 2 gives us 3.5 inches. So I will share that for both sides of the shirt as you can see me marking. 3.5 inches on both sides of the shirt. Now to get the armhole depth, divide the armhole circumference by 2. Divide the armhole circumference by 2. That will give you your armhole depth. So the armhole is 13 inches. The armhole circumference 13 divided by 2 gives us 6.5 inches. So that is going to be for the armhole depth. 6.5 inches. So I mark that for both sides of the shirt as you can see me doing, like so. After that, I'm going to go up about I'm going to go up about 2 inches and then give it a curve on both sides. About 2 inches and then I'll give it a curve for the armhole like so. So that's basically it. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut out the armhole for the shirt on both sides. Alright guys, so after cutting this, I'm going to fold up the shirt like this. I'm going to fold it up like this. Now we are going to mark out the side slits openings for the shirt. So from the hem of the shirt, I'm going to come up about 6 inches like this. After that, I'm going to divide the shirt size or the chest circumference by 4, which is 34 divided by 4 plus 1.5 side seam allowance. So sorry, plus one, I added 1 inch instead. So what you get, you mark it there. So that's basically it. Now I'm going to connect the point together. So I'm going to go ahead and trim off this excess arc of the shirt. So leaving the side slits, I'm going to cut it out as you can see me doing. I hope you understand up to this point. Alright. In case you're wondering if this will affect the armhole, no please. This is not going to affect the armhole because we included the seam allowances during the cutting process. So I went ahead to give the shoulders some notches to be able to join the sleeves to it. So let's put this aside and work on the sleeves. So I have my two pieces of the sleeve here. Now, and first of all, um, I'm just remeasuring the sleeves. Then I'm going to first of all fold up half inch, give it a poise. Then I'll fold up again 1 inch and then give it a poise. I'll repeat it for the other side of the sleeve as well. I first of all fold up and then I'm going to fold again. That depends on the allowance that you left for the hem of the sleeve or the down part of the sleeve. Alright, so after this I'm going to take them to the same machine and then stitch them down. I'll repeat it for the other side as well. So guys, this is how it turned out. So I'm going to fold up the sleeve again like this. Then I'm going to remark the armhole curve on the sleeves. Now, the down part of the sleeve, divide the round sleeve circumference by 2, mark it and then add 1 inch seam allowance. Now to get the curve for this for the sleeve, I'm going to measure the armhole circumference now. So I place my measuring tape around the armhole and then I take the measurement. So I had about 8.5 inches for the armhole circumference. Sorry, for the armhole curve. So that is what I'm going to use. So using my index finger, I'm going to place this on the 3 inches measurements like this. Then I'm going to slant my tape measure like this. If you don't understand what I'm saying, watch what I'm doing and you get it. Alright, so that's it. This is the trick I've been using and been working all the time. So connect the seam allowance at the down part of the sleeve to the curve and then cut out the curve for the sleeve. Now use the first sleeve to cut the other sleeve as well. Now I'll go ahead and notch the tip of the sleeves as well. So that is it. I'm going to join the sleeve to the shirt. Okay, so I'll bring out the shirt and then open it up. I'll bring out the shirt and then open it up on the right side of it like this. Then with the right side of the sleeve facing the right side of the shirt, I'm going to match the notched areas. Then I'm going to pin it like this. So I'm going to, align the curves together like this and pin them as you can see me doing like this. Then I'll pin it. I will do same for the other side as well. Make sure you align the curves like so and pin it. Alright. So like this, I'll take it to the sewing machine. Then I'm going to join it with half of an inch. I'm going to repeat this for the other side of the sleeve as well. Now I'm going to take it to the same machine and then join both sides of the sleeves with half of an inch. So guys, this is how it turned out. This is how it turned out. Now I'm going to be joining the sides of the sleeves. Now remark the round sleeve like so to get the seam allowance. Then as you can see how I've straightened the sleeve, you're not going to curve the sleeve and then stitch it. You are going to straighten it as I have done like this. You can see getting to the armhole area, it gets smaller. Don't worry about that. Then I'll go ahead and mark the size seam allowance like this, then connect it together. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'll repeat it for the other side of the sleeve as well. Remark the sleeve allowance, the round sleeve allowance like so. Then straighten up the sleeve like this. Mark out your size seam allowance on the shirt. Then you connect that of the sleeve allowance to it, straightening up the sleeve as you can see me doing. Don't curve the sleeve before you stitch it. So this is how you're going to be like. Alright, I'm taking the sewing machine to join it. Stop at where the side slit is. Okay guys, so this is how it came out. If you've been with me till now, say God bless you. If you haven't liked the video yet, what are you doing? What are you doing? Just like the video and share this video to your friends and family. Okay, so we are going to be joining the hem of the shirt at this point. um I'm just remeasuring to make sure the length tallies. So I'm going to turn it over like this. Then first of all, I'm going to fold up about half of an inch like this. Give it a price. Actually, I folded up about 1 inch. Then I fold up again 1 inch. Then I'm going to give it a price. I'll repeat it for the other side of the shirt as well. That is the back piece. I first of all fold up about 1 inch like this. Give it a price, or whatever allowance that you left for the hem of the shirt. Do the folding and then give it a press before you take it to the same machine to join it or stitch it down. Make sure the both sides of the shirts are equal, the hem are equal. Give it a press like I've done. Then I'll take it to the same machine and then stitch them down, both of them, both sides. All right. So guys, now we are going to be working on the side slits for the shirts. This is for a teenage boy. So this is the side slits like so. I'm first of all going to fold in um like this about 1 inch. Then I'm going to fold again about 1 inch like this. Give it a price. Then I'm going to repeat the same on the other side. But then I'm just going to make this very clear to you guys. So I've opened up the side seam of the shirt like this, the side of the shirt. Then I'm going to fold in the side slits and then give it a press to make the slits obvious like this. Okay, so this is it. Now I'm going to take it to the same machine. Then I'm going to stitch upward like this, cross over to where the slit ends. Then I'm going to stitch downwards. I'm going to repeat the same for the other side of the shirt as well. So guys, this is how it came out. And we have our shirts ready. I'm going to turn it to the right side of the shirt. Alright, so this is how it came out. Do you like the end result? If you like it, thumbs up. Leave a comment if you enjoyed watching the tutorial. So this is how it came out. The placket, you can add the buttons, you can add breasted, whatever you want. So I'm going to be using buttons, so I need to get buttonholes. Thank you for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more tutorials. So I'm just giving this a gap of about 2 inches. That is going to be for my buttonholes. And then the buttonhole length is 2 centimeters long. Alright guys, so this brings us to the end of tutorial. Thank you for watching. Love you guys. Stay blessed and keep being amazing wherever you are. It's your girl Joanna. Peace out.